Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. If you're not using this attack yet in CWL, you're definitely missing out. Using the Druid Super Witch and almost got the double perfect. I managed to get a 99% time fill unfortunately, but yeah, let's get into it. So as always, what I'm generally looking for is a little bit of fireball value. So as you can see here, well, that wasn't what I was looking for. So sometimes I'm a little bit impatient, and then in this case Tesla managed to draw my fireball. So what I usually do is I drop the druids and just rage up and try to at least get a little bit of value that I intended to get. So in this case a little bit of funnel and some important defenses, and then just stick to the plan that I intended to and spam over the eagle here, and then use the siege barracks and the king to complete the funnel. So what I sometimes also do in these kinds of layouts, like with the 2 layers, is that I wall break the first wall so that the super witches and the queen can get the buildings on the inner side of those 2 compartments, and then just loop around and enter from a different area. But in this case, using the jump to make sure everything gets into that core. And also, as always, using those druids, like sprinkling them one by one, or like in pairs of 2, because you don't want to just spam them all together, as their healing ability ends in like 30 seconds. Dropping the RC here to get some additional value and make the pathing for the super witches and the queen even easier. And also, by the time that I was recording this video, we didn't have the new equipment yet, but if you have the mirror, the Queen's Mirror on level 18, I would definitely substitute the healer puppets for the mirror, as you don't have any air troops besides that baby dragon. So very often when you're using the healer puppet ability, the healers pop and they instantly die on red mines or black air bombs basically. So yeah, definitely give it a try if you have it. So yeah, this was the first hit. I'm not going to be showing all of them, but I'm just going to be showing like 4 or 6 of them, so that you can see how to use it on certain bases. If you haven't watched the previous videos with this strategy yet, I go into a little bit more detail there as well. So if you're looking to use this, definitely check those out as well. Next attack is in, and in this attack you will see that if someone baits your attack, it can still work. So my plan here is, because I didn't really see any value to be gotten, like the only thing I had was on the archer towers on the outside, and I get the ricochet cannon and the ground expo with them, but I felt like it was worth it to get the town hall. And what I usually do is I use the log launcher and the warden with the fireball and the quake, and to get down that town hall, and then use your super witches to pull away the warden and then enter from somewhere. But in this case it wasn't really going to plan, as there was a Tesla farm there pulling away my warden fireball, and I could have used it here and get the town hall down, but I kind of wanted those expos as well. But as you can see here, this was a little bit too much. But the main and important thing is the town hall went down, so I could still be alright. So ideally you want to keep your warden alive, as the warden also has that raging aura, and yeah, it deals a lot of damage. But we gotta row with the rows that we have. So using that jump to connect both the king and the super witches and the kill squad into the core. And then basically just keep raging and use a freeze or an invisibility spell when you're getting a lot of splash damage, because you only have 3 super witches, so you definitely want to keep your super witches alive. And you can be raging like your skeletons and stuff, but I feel like it's useless. You're way better off raging, for example, your queen, which is behind a little bit, and especially your druids. So the RC is doing some good value there, trying to get that king down, using the ability to make sure that it gets through the enemy king, and then taking down the monolith. And as you can see here, it's already looking pretty decent, especially considering the start that I had. If you like these kind of videos, by the way, guys, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see something else, definitely let us know in the comments. We'll try to cover as much as you request. Obviously we can't cover everything, but yeah, just let us know if you want us to cover anything. So as you can see, with a shitty start, this attack still managed to get the 3-star, and it's actually an overwhelming 3-star pretty much. So if you're not using this yet, you gotta try it. Next base, this is where it's actually a successful one. So when I see not a lot of fireball value on the outsides of the base, what I do is I use my warden and use support with the log launcher, and then fireball onto the town hall. And as you can see, like there's a spell tower, there's 2 X-bows, there's an inferno tower, so getting that all down is a lot of value. And then as you can see now, already pulling my warden with the witches, and then just use the king for a funnel and enter somewhere in the base, and then try to jump as deep as possible into the base. In this case, that will it will be on top of the ricochet cannon. So a little unlucky here with the town hall compartment, but just using that rage to get down the town hall, and I kind of wasted that first freeze. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake here. So Super Witch is still going strong, and as you can see with these druids, and especially as soon as they enter that rage, like the value they are doing on those troops, it's tremendous. And since you have Super Witches, you only have 3 of them, and they can only heal, I believe it's 5 troops. So 3 Super Witches and then 2 of your heroes. It's like the perfect combination. So like these like the druids really complement the witches and the other way around. So using that RC to make sure that everything that's going to the outskirts, such as the king, is staying alive. And obviously I'm aiming to get that monolith down. And queen here, so now I have those healer puppets, and I managed to keep them alive as there weren't as many traps in the core. But you can already imagine that if I had, for example, the mirror ability here, like those 3 queens, or if you have it maxed out, those 4 queens would have dealt like intense damage. So once again, another very overwhelming triple. Another base here. So in this case, I actually edited the army and got a few more balloons because I felt like it was needed to make sure that I got the value that I wanted from my fireball. As you can see there, like boom, almost like a quarter of the base taken down. And then in this case, I felt comfortable enough to enter from the backside, but I did want to make sure that I managed to get to the town hall compartment. So I'm choosing to use a log launcher to get a little bit deeper into the base. And as you can see in this case, I'm entering from that eagle side, so it's kind of risky. Because as soon as my troops are getting into that core, like at the area of the single inferno, the enemy CC will come out, and there's gonna be a lot of damage dealt on my troops. And if he has like 3 ice golems, it's gonna be a long time of taking a lot of damage. So ideally this was a little bit risky, but because this strategy is so strong, I feel like if you don't make any large mistakes and you get this kind of fireball value, like you can actually take this kind of risk. So king getting some good value, soon to be using that ability and take out the remaining buildings. Unless she goes outside, he goes outside. Okay, so he's turning back in, so not the worst case scenario. It would have saved him some HP if he didn't go outside, but it doesn't really matter. So using this freeze here, and as you can already see, like I've still got a few druids. Actually, I think my last druids just turned into a wolf. No, a bear. Sorry, it's a bear. It's a bear. My bad. But it's looking like an overwhelming triple. Next one in, pretty common base, well common, I've seen it a lot before, and as you can see very easily here, able to get a lot of value, and with this Quake and the Fireball, the Eagle almost goes down, but not entirely, so just need one more shot to take it down easily, and then just, yeah, pretty much loop around. So I could have wall broken in here and make sure that my queen could pick off that scatter shot, but as you can see from the compartment at the 9 o'clock side, everything is reachable. So choosing to use the wall break on the 9 o'clock side, and then just see wherever my last two wall breakers go. And if I need to, I can use a jump, but I rather keep it for more of the back end of the base. So breaking open some walls. In this case, I could have used the jump to get into like the ricochet cannon and to the town hall compartment, but I'm using it for my king so that I kind of cut down the funnel and make sure that everything is going towards like the 2 o'clock side from the inside of the base. So not ideal here. Town hall's secure here with the frozen arrow, and with these druids everything is looking very healthy in the core. We got a poison spell taking some damage, but with this rage coming, like soon those druids will step into the rage and it's gonna be GG. And here's the invisibility spell to keep them a little more healthy. And I still got the RC, still got the king, still got the queen ability. So once again, I'm soon gonna be using the ability, but once again, also in this case, if you would have the mirror, it would have been so much better. So RC getting some nice value, and as you can see, like there's not really a lot of base left, like there's only a Tesla farm and there's a monolith. So yeah, once again, very overwhelming triple. So by now I think you're getting the picture, but if you're not convinced yet, I'm gonna show you one more. So this is a pretty odd style base. There's not a lot of flame flinger value, or not easily spotted. So using the flame flinger here, because there's nothing on the 9 o'clock side to take down the flame flinger, and then gonna use the fireball on the bottom side, get down those multi-archer towers and the single inferno, and then just pretty much, yeah, like as you can already see, it's shaping up. The flame flinger is cutting the funnel, and then I'm just gonna be spamming everything in between. And I could use the jump, for example, on the town hall, but as you can see, with this design, if my troops are anywhere on the inside, oh, sorry for this message, I must have missed this, but yeah, if anything is coming from the inside, the town hall's surely to be taken down, as everything can reach it over those walls. And then I can just pretty much use the jump wherever. At this point I could have skipped using the jump, but this strategy is so easy that I often catch myself being too lazy and I don't even adjust anything. I just force whatever army I have, which is this one, and yeah, pretty much just, yeah, smash every base. So definitely guys, if you're not using this, I'm gonna say it once again, definitely give this a try. I mean, Root Riders is easy, but I think this is arguably even easier and also even stronger. So troops are kind of all over the place, but I still got 2 rages, I still got a freeze, I still got an invisibility spell, I still got multiple abilities as well. Like this attack is crazy. RC getting some nice value on the bottom side. So the only thing that is of danger now is ricochet cannon and the single inferno, and other than that there's really nothing on this base that can stop me. But I still got a freeze here. Should have, okay, so I'm using the ability here to make sure that the Royal Champion stays alive, and I'm probably gonna be using the freeze, either swagging it or just using it on the ricochet cannon. There we go. And just a rage for good measures, but obviously didn't really need this here. And once again, very overwhelming trip. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Ah!